G'day everyone, Shantanu here. Today we're embarking on a cinematic journey into India's most breathtaking trekking destinations. This isn't just about the physical challenge, it's about the untamed beauty of nature and the spirit of adventure. For every soul that hears the call of the mountains, this film is your invitation. So gear up, take a deep breath, and get ready to step into the wild with me. The mountains are calling, let's answer. First up, Ladakh's legendary Chadar Trek, a true test of survival and endurance. Chadar means blanket, and here, it's a frozen sheet over the fierce Zanskar River. To conquer Chadar, you trek in the dead of winter, when temperatures drop to minus 30 degrees Celsius. Every breath stings, and your gear is your lifeline. One misstep on thin ice and you're in real danger. The river flows just inches below. The landscape is otherworldly, a deep gorge, rust-colored cliffs, and a silence broken only by your boots crunching on ice. Sometimes the Chadar breaks, forcing you to scramble along sheer rock faces to find a new path. You have to read the ice, trust your guide, and stay sharp. The reward? Frozen waterfalls, glittering like giant chandeliers in the pale sun. At night, you camp in caves or tents, the cold relentless, but camaraderie around a small fire makes it all worthwhile. The Zanskari people have used this route for centuries. It's their lifeline in winter. Walking the Chadar is walking in their footsteps, experiencing their resilience. The ice changes constantly, milky white in some places, crystal blue in others, making every trek unique. Acclimatization in Leh is crucial. The thin air and extreme cold demand respect. The Chadar teaches patience, humility, and the power of nature. It strips away distractions, forcing you to focus on each step, each breath. It's a journey that pushes you to your limits, but the sense of accomplishment is immense. More than a trek, it's a pilgrimage into the heart of winter, a raw adventure that leaves a mark on your soul. The most beautiful paths are often the most difficult. This is a true test for any adventurer. If you're ready for the challenge, Chadar awaits. But remember, here, nature is always in charge. Respect the river, respect the cold, and you'll come away changed. The Chadar trek is not just a journey, it's a story you'll tell for a lifetime. So would you dare to walk on water? The frozen Zanskar is waiting. Let's move on to our next adventure. The wild calls us onward. From Ladakh's frozen wilds, we head to a place of mythical beauty, the Valley of Flowers in Uttarakhand. Best visited during the monsoon, this valley bursts into life with a riot of wildflowers. The air is thick with the scent of earth and petals, and every step is a sensory overload. Trekking alongside the Pushpawati River, you cross misty bridges and slippery paths, adding adventure to every climb. Suddenly, the valley opens, a breathtaking tapestry of color stretching for kilometers. Hundreds of flower species bloom in waves of pink, yellow, and purple, shifting with the weeks. The Valley of Flowers is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, discovered by lost mountaineers in 1931. Its protected status keeps this ecosystem pristine. The weather is fickle. One moment sun, the next thick fog, making the landscape feel mystical. Snow-capped peaks frame the valley, contrasting with the soft meadows below. Waterfalls cascade down green slopes, cooling the air. Many trekkers visit the sacred Hemkund Sahib, a glacial lake surrounded by 7 peaks, a place of profound peace. Here, survival isn't about battling cold, but embracing the wet. Waterproof gear is essential. The rain intensifies the colors, making the valley even more vivid. This trek is a celebration of Himalayan biodiversity and the resilience of life. To walk here is to step into a dream, a living painting that fills you with wonder. The Valley of Flowers is a feast for the eyes and soul. It's a reminder of nature's artistry and the magic that monsoon brings. If you crave color and life, this is your trail. The valley awaits, ever changing, ever beautiful. Ready for the next adventure? Let's keep moving. The mountains have more stories to tell. Onward to Himachal Pradesh. The journey continues. Next, we trek to Himachal Pradesh's Hampta Pass, a journey of dramatic contrasts. Starting in the lush Kulu Valley, you're surrounded by pine forests, apple orchards, and mountain streams. The trail is gentle at first, winding through meadows and forests. But as you climb, the landscape transforms. Greenery gives way to rocky alpine terrain. The final ascent to Hampta Pass, over 14,000 feet, is steep and demanding. At the summit, you stand between two worlds. Behind you, the vibrant Kulu Valley. Ahead, the stark, arid Lahore. The colors shift from green to brown and purple, a jaw-dropping transition. Crossing the pass, you enter a rain-shadowed desert of barren mountains and deep gorges. This trek isn't just a visual crossover. You're crossing a major Himalayan watershed. Weather, geology, and even culture change dramatically on either side. The adventure continues to Chandratal, the Moon Lake, a turquoise crescent surrounded by mountains. Camping here under the stars is a spiritual reward after a tough trek. Hamta Pass is moderate in difficulty but demands fitness, especially for the pass crossing day. Acclimatization and proper gear are essential. The weather is unpredictable. This trek is a complete package: forests, meadows, snow crossings, and desert landscapes. It's a journey of discovery, revealing the Himalayas' incredible diversity. Hamta keeps you guessing, surprising you at every turn. For mountain lovers, it's a true classic. If you crave variety and challenge, Hamta Pass delivers. The mountains are full of surprises. Let's see what's next. Our journey now heads south. The Sahyadris await. Let's go. Leaving the Himalayas, we head south to Maharashtra's Sahyadris for the Harishchandragarh Fort trek. This is more than a climb. It's a journey through history and monsoon adventure. During the rains, the Sahyadris turn a vibrant green, shrouded in mist and alive with waterfalls. Harishchandragarh is an ancient hill fort, with ruins, temples, and cisterns carved into the rock. The trek is moderately difficult, but monsoon mud and fog add to the challenge. Good shoes are a must. The highlight is Konkan Kada, a massive cliff dropping 1,800 feet, offering heart-stopping views with clouds swirling below. The fort's caves, especially Kedareshwar with its Shivalinga, add mystery and spiritual depth. Multiple routes lead to the top, some requiring ropes and rock climbing skills. The summit plateau is vast, with Taramati Peak and the ancient Harishchandreshwar temple to explore. Camping in the caves connects you to the fort's history. You feel the wind and rain as people did centuries ago. The monsoon brings carpets of wildflowers and a burst of life, from insects to crabs. Harishchandragarh is a blend of natural beauty, physical challenge, and historical wonder. It captures the wild spirit of the Sahyadris and tests your nerves and imagination. If you seek adventure with a dose of history, this trek is for you. The Western Ghats have more to offer. Let's head further south. Our next stop, Karnataka. The green hills of Kudremukh await. Ready for one last adventure? Let's go. The wild is calling. Onward. Our final adventure takes us to Karnataka's Kudremukh trek, deep in the Western Ghats. Kudremukh means horse's face. The peak's unique shape is just the start of its wonders. Post-monsoon, the hills are a vibrant green, the sky is clear, and the views spectacular. The trek winds through Kudremukh National Park, a biodiversity hotspot and UNESCO World Heritage Site. You'll cross misty valleys, shola forests, and sparkling streams, with the landscape constantly shifting. The vast rolling grasslands feel endless, like walking through a fantasy world. The trek is long, 20+ kilometers, but not technical. It's a test of stamina and spirit. Wildlife abounds: lion-tailed macaques, sambar deer, and, if you're lucky, even a tiger. The final push to the summit is steep, but the 360-degree view is breathtaking. You might even spot the Arabian Sea on a clear day. Weather can change fast. Sunshine gives way to mist, adding magic to the journey. You'll cross streams, feel the wind on ridgelines, and connect directly with nature. Camping isn't allowed on the trail, preserving the park's pristine beauty. Instead, stay in a nearby village and experience Malnad hospitality. Kudremukh is a green paradise, soothing the soul, challenging the body. It's a must-do for lovers of open spaces and rolling hills. The Western Ghats hold endless treasures. This is just one. If you crave freedom and wild beauty, Kudremukh delivers. Our journey nears its end, but the trail goes on. The wild always calls for one more adventure. Let's wrap up our expedition. The story isn't over yet. One last message before we part. From Ladakh's frozen river to Karnataka's green hills, we've explored India's wildest trails. Each trek is more than a destination. It's an experience that shapes and inspires us. The mountains are calling. Will you answer? Pack your bags, find your trail, and discover your own story. Thank you for joining me on this cinematic journey. If you're inspired, hit like and subscribe for more adventures. Until next time, stay adventurous and never stop exploring.